games in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the New England Patriots. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They start on the ground with Pirine, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
This is Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing, Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Pats are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Chiefs, nothing. Jake Bailey to kick off the Patriots. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Here's Pirine. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Seven, our score after 1. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd and 2, Jones. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now Pirine. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Patriots send out their punter. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And running with power here. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he will have a Patriots 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 10, Jones. Catch is made by Harry. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he will have the Chiefs' 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1s here when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up? Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Chiefs on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken at around the 40. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To throw is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the Patriots' 48-yard line.
Back to throw, Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes to throw. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, any crisis of confidence seems to have been safely put to bed. This his second touchdown now of the ball game.
And now you just have to go ahead and get ready because you know he's going to be saying it and saying it and saying it. He's telling his team that's more like it. That's what happens when you get me the football. Keep doing it, and we'll keep scoring touchdowns.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, get the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Chiefs, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.